In recent weeks, an atmosphere has begun to form around the next-generation humanoid robot project of Elon Musk that increasingly resembles the prelude to a technological breakthrough capable of changing not only the labor market, but also the very structure of human civilization. We continue to closely monitor the situation because more and more indirect signals indicate that within Tesla and xAI, something far more large-scale is indeed being prepared than just another assistant robot. We are talking about a system that combines a physical body with one of the most powerful artificial intelligences of modern times, and, in essence, for the first time brings humanity closer to the creation of autonomous AI entities capable of acting in the real world. Industry insiders, cited by such outlets as Bloomberg and Reuters, in recent days have begun cautiously saying that inside the company, a new version of a humanoid robot is being actively tested, which may be directly connected with the architecture of the Grok AI. And if earlier the Tesla Optimus project was perceived as an industrial tool intended for performing simple tasks, now we are talking about a qualitatively different level, about a machine that not only executes commands, but understands context, learns in real time, and makes decisions. In essence, we are observing the moment when artificial intelligence begins to acquire a body. This is a fundamental shift. Until now, AI existed predominantly in the digital environment, in servers, clouds, data centers. But now, when such systems are integrated into humanoid platforms, they enter the physical world. This means that intelligence, which was previously limited by a screen, will now be able to interact with the surrounding environment directly. It will be able to move, take objects, perform complex physical operations, and, most importantly, learn through experience, as a human does. According to leaks that are being discussed on specialized forums and among analysts of Silicon Valley, a potential robot, conventionally called Grok Gen 1, may become the first device in which deep integration of next-generation AI with a mechanical body will be implemented. This is not just a robot with a program inside. This is a system where intelligence is the central element, and the body is only a tool for its interaction with the world. That is why some experts are already calling such developments a new type of entities, albeit created by humans. Particular attention is attracted by the possible announcement date. According to insider information, the company may present the first public demonstrations already within the next 6 to 12 months. Some sources claim that prototypes are already undergoing closed tests inside Tesla's production facilities, where they perform tasks related to logistics and assembly. At the same time, it is noted that the level of autonomy of these systems is significantly higher than that of previous versions of Optimus. As for the cost, here opinions diverge. Elon Musk previously stated that a mass humanoid robot should cost less than $20,000 to be accessible to the wide market. However, if we are talking about a version with integrated advanced AI, the price at the initial stages may be significantly higher, from $30,000 to $50,000. This is due to the high cost of computing components, sensors, and the architecture of artificial intelligence itself. Nevertheless, as practice with Tesla electric vehicles shows, as production scales, the price can decrease rapidly. But much more important is not the price, but where such robots will be applied. And this is where the most interesting part begins. At the first stage, their use will most likely be concentrated in industry, factories, warehouses, logistics centers. All this is an ideal environment for the deployment of humanoid systems. Robots will be able to work around the clock, not get tired, not require breaks, and perform tasks with high precision. This alone is capable of radically changing the economics of production. However, this is not the end. As technologies develop, such systems may go beyond the limits of industry. They may appear in the service sector, in medicine, in construction, and then in everyday life. Imagine an assistant that not only executes commands, but understands your habits, adapts to your lifestyle, and essentially becomes part of your environment. This is no longer science fiction, but a completely real scenario of the coming decades. At the same time, a reverse side emerges. The smarter such systems become, the more questions they raise. Questions of safety, control, and ethics. Who will be responsible for the actions of an autonomous robot? How much can a system be trusted that makes decisions independently? And will the mass adoption of such technologies lead to serious social changes, including the transformation of the labor market? Some analysts are already warning that the emergence of humanoid AI may become the most large-scale technological shift since the time of the Industrial Revolution. If machines can perform not only physical, but also intellectual work, this will change the very structure of employment. Many professions may disappear, but at the same time, new ones will appear, related to the maintenance, programming, and control of such systems. It is interesting that in parallel with the development of these technologies, competition is also intensifying. China, Japan, and South Korea are actively investing in the creation of their own humanoid platforms. Companies from these countries are already demonstrating prototypes that in some parameters do not fall behind the developments of Tesla. This means that in the coming years, we may see a real race to create the first mass intelligent robot. That is why the current leaks and rumors around the Grok Gen 1 project are causing such interest. We are talking not just about a new product, but about a potential turning point. If the system really turns out to be as advanced as insiders claim, this could become the moment when artificial intelligence finally goes beyond the limits of digital space and becomes part of physical reality. All of this is happening against the backdrop of the rapid development of computing technologies. New chips, accelerators, neural network architectures, all of this creates the foundation for the emergence of increasingly powerful systems. And if earlier, the main limitation was precisely the robot's brain, now this limitation is gradually disappearing. We continue to monitor the situation because it is developing literally before our eyes. Every new rumor, every leak, every statement by industry representatives, all of this forms an overall picture that is becoming increasingly clear. And this picture indicates that we are standing on the threshold of a new era, an era in which artificial intelligence will cease to be just a tool and will begin to turn into a full-fledged participant in our reality. An era in which robots, outwardly indistinguishable from humans, will become part of everyday life. And perhaps right now, we are witnessing the first steps toward this future. However, the most interesting part begins beyond the economy. Such robots will be able to become true companions, helping the elderly maintain independence, assisting children with special needs, and even participating in creativity, from painting to improvisation. The boundaries between assistant and partner will begin to blur. The machine will remember your conversations, sense your mood, and offer support at exactly the right moment. This is no longer a tool, but an entity with memory and character. History shows that every technological revolution changes not only tools, but also human nature. And in the laboratories of Tesla and xAI, the next prototype is already working. The future is approaching with each of its steps.